Hi everyone, thank you for watching. I wanted to make this video to talk to you guys about the impact of the quarantine on us physically and mentally, and of course emotionally. I'm sorry I cannot cover the financial ground. I know it's a worry for many families, for many individuals, how they will maintain themselves during these difficult times. I hope you get support from your families, from the government, but we'll leave this topic aside as this is not something I want to talk about today. So I've written an article. You can click in the link on my bio if you want to read it, and this video will be based on this video, on this topic, on this article. Basically, everyone's saying how the war that our ancestors went through, the war periods, the famine, are real trouble, the real deal. So we are too spoiled. We shouldn't be complaining. We should be happy. We're staying at home with our loved ones. We have food, we have electricity, we even have internet, and we can watch and do whatever we want at the click of a button. We have access to so many films and series and websites. So really we have nothing to complain about. But I disagree. I think, yes, we cannot compare what we're going through to what our ancestors went through. However, we still have a right to recognize that, being locked in, not being able to go out and do what you normally do is hard. It's hard emotionally, it's hard psychologically. So I think just recognizing that is important, because if you ignore the problem, if you pretend it doesn't exist, it's sitting in a corner and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I think realizing that there is an issue, it is hard, but we're not here to dwell on the bad. I want to look at the ways to deal and to manage this time in quarantine. Okay, guys, I'm not saying I'm doing it perfectly. To be honest, I'm falling apart from time to time. And as much as I did it for you guys, I did this manual for myself to remind myself of how to keep my sanity. So this is what it's about: keeping your sanity, staying mentally strong, emotionally strong, and physically strong during this quarantine. Alright, so if you're ready, let's look at each section of the article that I talked about. So to start with, we've got so much time on our hands that we didn't before, and basically we don't even know what to do with it. So I think the temptation is I'm going to catch up on my sleep. I'm going to sleep as much as possible, recover and rest from all the time that I was sleep deprived before. Guys, don't give in to this temptation. Do not change your sleep pattern too much, because you will disrupt your body rhythm, and you will find it very difficult to get back to the normal routine once the things that go back to normal. And moreover, if you oversleep, they've said, some scientists have argued that oversleeping is just as bad for you as not sleeping enough. Okay, so maintain the regular hours that you would normally sleep, that make you feel good and refreshed, whatever that is. Do not oversleep. Okay, next section, food. Okay, I know lots of people have been stocking up. I don't know for how many weeks or months. It seems that the shops have been raided in some places. Guys, I'm not judging here. I myself tried to stock up for a week or two, just to minimize the amount of times I have to go out and buy the food, because frankly, the less you go out, the less contact there is, and the less risk of contagion there is. All right. But on the other hand, I just wanted to mention, just because you've got shelves full of food at home doesn't mean you must eat it all at once. All right, restrict yourself. Don't just let go and I'm going to keep eating and eating and eating. And I think the fact that we've got lots of time, perhaps a bit stressed, we tend to overeat during these times. Okay, so be careful. All right, watch your intake and plan your meals ahead. I think planning your meals ahead and trying your best to stick to the plan. Plan the calorie intake, guys, and remember, you're not exercising, you're not moving as much as you used to. So really, you should be eating less, not more. And don't forget all the healthiest things, the vegetables, the fruits. make sure you have enough vitamin intake for your body. Okay, your body will thank you, and healthy body, healthy mind, remember that, and you are what you eat. Okay, as I've mentioned a couple of times already, we have excessive time on our hands that we didn't have before. Guys, we can think we have a lot of time, but time can be wasted, you know? It's tempting to just spend time browsing the internet, looking at Instagram videos. I don't mean this one. This one's useful. Keep doing things that are kind of not really doing anything productive with your time. That's okay if you do it from time to time, but try to set yourself a schedule. Okay, do not just let it go, because normally we have quite a routine timetable to our day, which now we do not. So it's up to us to plan our days and make sure we make the most of it. So, whatever time to get up, to take a shower, to study if you're studying, to do some work, to do some research, to do exercise, guys, very important. Set aside the time for exercise. Just try to plan your day ahead, okay? Or maybe your days ahead. Otherwise, the time will just slip away, and after the quarantine, you'll be like, I had all this time. What have I done? I've got nothing to show for it, okay? So be careful. And as I just mentioned, the next point is the exercise. Okay, guys, we're not going out and moving as much as we normally would. I myself walk every day, normally at about an hour a day. It's normal for me. And now I'm staying at home. I cannot go out for walks. So I'm trying to substitute with myself with dancing, with yoga, with floor work exercises, stretching, etc. It might take more to push yourself to do it, but guys, remember, if you're not healthy in your body, your mind cannot think clearly. Honestly, after a bit of stretching, I feel like I can think better, I can perform better, and to make the most of my time. And of course, your body will thank you for this effort that you're making to trying to exercise and to stay healthy and fit. Okay, there are so many videos online. Find what you like. I'm not recommending anything, because to each their own. Everyone has their own style and and preference. So just have a look and see what appeals to you. Just type in exercises at home, yoga at home. If you've never done yoga for complete beginners. Okay, the internet, they say the world's your oyster. I'm telling you, the internet is your oyster right now. You can find whatever you want. If you want to find something to do, you can. All right, so no excuses there. And the other section I wanted to cover is the hobbies and interests. Guys, we've all been putting off what we wanted to do for a long time. We've all been saying, I just didn't have the time. Well, now you do. Make the most of it. Pursue your passions and hobbies. Do it now. And it's not just about making use of your time. I think doing something pleasant and enjoyable will lift your spirits. If it's something you started doing, it's great to try something new, to challenge yourself. Again, it will make you feel so much better, and the time will just fly. If you immerse yourself in some activity, the time will just pass very quickly. So, many advantages there. I understand some hobbies and passions require materials that we cannot go out and purchase right now. So stick to the ones that you can do, and maybe the ones that you need materials for, just look on the internet, plan it, think ahead, and when the time comes, you can just go and buy what you need and start immediately, or without the delay, because planning takes time too. All right, so make the most of the time now to plan if you cannot do it. But I'm sure there are things you can do that do not require going out and buying the materials or things, etc. Okay, the next thing I wanted to mention is our way of thinking is so important. Okay, we can sit and think, oh, I can't go out, oh, I can't do this, I can't see my friends, I can't see my family on the other side of town, I wish I could, I wish. Guys, this is just so energy draining and negative. You've got to think positive. All right, you have to make productive use of your time, and you have to just say, what can I do with my time? What do I have the opportunity to do? And be grateful for what you have. Guys, so important to turn your thinking around from negative, I can't, I'm not able to, I'm forbidden, to I can, I'm allowed, I've got the opportunity to, I'm going to do it. All right. It takes time and practice, but we've got plenty of time now. So start practicing the positive thinking, every day. Guys, come on. This applies to myself. I'm also practicing and training every day. I'm not nowhere nearly perfect. I'm so far away from perfection of positive thinking, but I constantly train myself and push myself to do it. Okay. Finally, guys, I know it's so tempting to, well, not the final point, the penultimate point, I think, no, a few more. The other point I wanted to look at is that so many negative news on these days. Whenever you turn on the TV, every channel is showing you who's been dying, what's been happening in every country. It's tempting to stay abreast of the news, especially as you are at home. You don't know what's going on, and you depend on what's going on outside, to what's happening to your quarantine, to the length of your quarantine. But guys, limit the amount of times you watch news, maximum once a day. All right, you don't need to overflow your day with the negativity. All right, so the other point I wanted to mention is everyone is saying how amazing it is. We haven't had the time to spend with our loved ones, with our family, with the people we're sharing home with. And now's the chance, enjoy it, love it, just embrace it. All right, yes, it's true, but to an extent, because there's only so much time we can tolerate spending together non-stop. Now we're together 24/7 pretty much. So let's be realistic about how much we can enjoy being together. Guys, set the boundaries, set the limits with your family or whoever you share your home with. Because as much as it can be nice to spend time together, you need the time apart. You need time alone to yourself, especially if you're an introvert like myself. Okay, so something that you normally take for granted, that you get the boundaries and space because everyone's doing their thing. Now people are less busy, so it can be tempting to be in each other's face all day long, but don't do it. Just set the boundaries, work it out. I can't give a universal advice to everyone, but you can work it out between yourselves and give each other respect and space. Okay, very important if you want to maintain a positive relationship throughout the quarantine and, of course, after. All right, and minimize the quarrel time. And finally, again, not finally, still a few more points. It's a long article, guys. All right, the next point is you need to look after yourself, okay? It's so tempting to just stay in your pajamas all day, not bother washing your hair. And, I'll take the shower later. I don't need to now. Guys, take the shower. Brush your hair, make yourself look nice, not just for your family or for someone you share the home with, but also for yourself. It will make you feel so much better. And, if you're in your pajamas, it just lowers your energy levels and you just sort of, can't be bothered to do anything. You are in this sleepy, relaxed mood. You don't want to do anything. So you're unlikely to get anything productive done in this sort of state, okay? So physical appearance is important as it affects our mental state in turn, all right? So look after that. And the final point, okay? So manage your emotions. Guys, I know can be hard. Sometimes we can get overwhelmed, myself including. You can be thinking, oh, I need to do this and this, I need to plan it, to organize, but sometimes, you hear a piece of news or you just start thinking a bit negatively and you're trying your best to think positively, but you can't. Emotions just overtake and you just can't stop feeling negative. Maybe you feel a bit panicky. It happens to all of us, or can happen to most of us at least. This is a good chance to practice the breathing techniques, do meditation, do yoga. This is so good for your nervous system, all right? When you feel you're breaking down and you can't go on or you cannot manage your emotions, they're spiraling out of control, this is the best thing you can do. Just type into YouTube again, anti-stress meditation, relaxation meditation, breathing techniques, breathing relaxation techniques, breathing anti-stress techniques, one of those or any word combination similar to that, or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. And lots of videos will pop up. You can select the one that appeals to you and works for you. Again, I'm not going to recommend anything personally because I've got videos that work for me or techniques that work for me might not necessarily work for you. So guys, just have a look and have some techniques ready up your sleeve to apply whenever you feel like you need to apply them. Okay, so I think I'm just going to glance very quickly at the article to make sure I've covered all the points, and I have. Okay, so guys, please feel free to comment if you have any additional tips of your own. If you have any comments about my tips, you're welcome to criticize what I said or to add. It's great to have a dialogue and a debate. And like I said, it's best to recognize that there is an issue. Because if you recognize it, then you can think of the ways of dealing with it. I did my best to put something together that will help you guys, but to be honest, it's also for me because I'm going to be rereading it quite regularly to remind myself to do these things because I really believe they are important to me personally, and I'm sure they can apply to many of you guys, most if not all of these things. So I hope you manage to implement them and spend this time in a quality way, in a good way, in a positive way, and get something out of it for yourself rather than stress and panic and feel depressed. Just try to stay positive and make the most of this time. Okay, so I wish you to stay strong. I wish for your families to stay strong. Stay at home, guys. Avoid the risk of spreading the virus. And thank you so much for watching. This is my first IGTV video, by the way, so please like and share and comment. I hope you liked it and you enjoyed listening to me for a prolonged period of time. I've never spoken this much for Instagram, I'll tell you that. So guys, have a good day, have a good time. All right, make the most of it. Thanks for watching.